There are things about the next generation, Kellan, that actually do give me hope about the world. I think that you're more accepting. I think that you stand up for themselves, but Fred is not one of them. Hot dog, we're still in goldenrod. Welcome back to the podcast. This is Kill A Delibird, the #1 comedy rewatch anime literature Western Canadian podcast under the sun. This is Graham, the co-host of the podcast, who doesn't know that much about Pokemon, but has been learning a ton. And I am joined by my usual co-host, Kellan, who is the Pokemon master. Kellan, how you doing?
I got new glasses today, so my head kind of hurts.
That's great. His head hurts. Well, let's see if we have another guest today. We have a guest, not another guest.
Yeah,
Kellan's
I'm not
host,
a guest.
blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's been on this show twice, I think.
Twice,
This will be the third time. This is our background producer, pun creator extraordinaire, Nolan. Nolan, how's it going?
I am doing fantastic. And I'm glad that Kellan is something other than tired.
Well, it made me tired. So.
Oh, okay.
But you're still something else. That's what counts.
I am a complicated individual.
Well, you're so chronically tired. I don't know what's wrong with you. Do you have an iron deficiency?
Maybe, I don't know.
I think you might have sleep apnea.
Probably. We talked about that like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I probably do. I should probably get that checked out.
I had that checked out when I was in high school.
Oh,
I was tired all the time.
I have sleep apnea. I have a CPAP machine.
Oh, yeah. It probably runs in the family then.
Yeah. It's sick. Well, there you go. Shouting out medical conditions to all of our loyal fans.
Mm-hmm.
So this week we are talking about 2 more episodes. We're deep in Johto here. We've got episode 162, Airtime! Also known in Japanese as Battle at the Radio Tower! Surpass Space Time! Whoa. Surpass Space
Bonkers.
Time.
What a title.
Call to action. Yeah. And then episode 163, The Bug Stops Here, in Japanese, Bug Catching Tournament! Capture a Pokemon at the Nature Park!
So lengthy.
Not as cool. I like the space time one.
Surpass space time.
That is
bold.
That is cool.
So Nolan is joining us on here because he's a fan of the Chikorita line. We get to see a bit more of the Chikorita line in episode 163. Nolan.
Yes.
Both of you end with lands. Did you know that?
that Dad screwed that up a lot growing up.
Really? Mixed them up.
Oh yeah. I'd get every name under the book until he hit mine.
Yeah.
You got too many family members is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So Nolan, tell us what do you like about the Chikorita line?
Well, when I first got Pokemon Red, I played as Bulbasaur as my Pokemon, and I got my Venusaur up to level 100. So then when I got Pokemon Silver, I decided to stick with the grass, and I got Chikorita. And I just absolutely love all 3 grass lines, and it's not because it's quote-unquote easy in Pokemon Red, because the grass line in Silver is the quote-unquote hard one. So I don't know, I really like Chikorita, Bayleef, and Meganium. They've always held a special place for me because my first ones growing up. When I think back to my core memories of playing Pokemon, there was always a Chikorita there. Sometimes a Feraligatr, but mostly it was because of Chikorita and Venusaur.
It's a sweet story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm with you. I mean, I've brought it up before. Meganium is my favorite starter. It's underrated to
all time.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love Meganium.
What's your least favorite starter?
Cinderace.
That's my new favorite.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
The soccer player.
Oh, that's kind of
from
sick,
Sword and Shield. No, it's lame as fuck.
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm grabbing a photo. I'm showing you.
Okay.
I'm putting it in the chat.
Soccer player Pokemon. Hey.
I haven't actually heard this one because
his furry bait is all furry bait.
I don't know. I don't mind it.
He's got pants. It's weird.
What's wrong with pants? Doesn't Emboar wear pants?
Not really. I don't think so.
I thought Emboar had pants.
I don't know. Cinderace it's way too humanoid for me. The only thing cool about Cinderace is its animation for its signature move, Pyro Ball. That thing's sick ass. He kicks around a hunk of flame like a soccer ball and does like a jump kick on it. It's pretty sweet.
Oh,
But Cinderace as a whole,
Gigantamax Cinderace though.
that too. That's pretty cool.
Graham, you're gonna love this.
Whoa, that's awesome.
That's so
Audio
cool.
listeners only. This bunny has become a dark god and is standing on top of a sentient fireball, a sort of a moving castle kind of setup, bringing destruction to probably Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't know, right? He's like raining down hell on his people.
Don't look back. Don't look back.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna talk the Gigantamax starters from Galar, you gotta look at Inteleon, the water starter, because it's just a fucking sniper tower.
Whoa.
That's fucking cool too. Can you put this in the video version? Kellan?
Yeah, I'll put him up on the video.
What are we even doing here? So he's now showing us a picture of I don't even know what that is. Like a part of like the castle in the Wizard of Oz, and there's
It's a sniper tower.
what is on top?
It's
of it?
Isengard
It's
Yeah.
on the very top. It's Inteleon, the Pokemon.
with a sniper
Who's-
rifle.
Yeah, whose signature move is Snipe Shot. Its whole thing is that it's like secret agent. It uses its hand as a gun.
That's
Wow.
bonkers. Yeah,
It's
I
cool.
don't know.
What about Rillabooms?
I'm just gonna show you
Oh.
that one too. Just to finish them up. Just to finish all three.
These
this
are
one's
blowing my
Giant
mind.
drum
What
set,
the
baby.
fuck? These are so Digimon, Kellan.
Yes, they are. Especially the drum set, dude.
They are mid-battle transformations. So
Why does he get
They're
a
not,
drum
like,
set?
permanent.
What's the point of that?
because it has a drum, like that's the Rillaboom's thing. Its hairband is a drum.
I mean, all Digimon transformations are mid-battle transformations.
Yes,
Yeah, but
true.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
that contextualizes it.
I think they have more room to go crazy with mid-battle transformations because it's not a permanent state. If that makes any sense, I just feel like
because this
there's a
creature
difference.
isn't burdened with a drum set in its day-to-day life. Is
Yeah,
that what you're getting at?
exactly. Where would he put it? You know,
Yeah, true.
he doesn't have pockets
in his hair,
idiot.
apparently.
Well, that's just the one drum.
He is a
Let's
cool
not get
looking
crazy.
ape, though. Like I would definitely have this guy as my
Rillaboom's pretty cool.
starter if I played Sword and Shield.
Okay, so now we're looking at a green monkey thing. So that's the grass starter line.
Yes,
Okay.
that is non-Gigantamax and
Yeah, I think
Rillaboom.
I heard this when it was coming out. There was a Tim Rogers joke. Tim Rogers used to write for Kotaku. Very funny action button on YouTube. Anyways, he had some joke
Good
when
plug.
that was coming out that like, okay, so Cinderace is like supposed to represent soccer, football, right? And Grookey was supposed to represent like rugby. And they were like, well, what does the other one represent? Sobble, I think its name is. And
Yeah.
and he said just the spirit of England because it's like this sad, gloomy, like post-rock kind of star.
Okay, and just to finish up the sixth, then here's a non-Gigantamax Inteleon, just for reference for you. It's literally James Bond, but a salamander.
That's the
frog
spirit of
thing.
England one. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like gloomy. Also, his name is Inteleon. I thought it was Sobble. What is a Sobble?
Well, Sobble evolves into Drizzile, which evolves into Inteleon.
God, I hate names.
And Inteleon is literally known in the Dex as the secret agent Pokemon.
See, this is where
Oh,
Digimon is
see-
better because
would have a
Garurumon
gun.
is always Garurumon after he's just Were Garurumon or Metal Garurumon, and you know which one we're talking about. You can just
That's
imagine how much
true.
more badass he is.
Yeah, you could just Sobble 2. Sobble with a
No,
gun.
Mhm.
they changed names completely. Remember, we talked about it.
Sobble
talked
with
about it.
two guns.
They changed their names completely. Just
Rocket
sometimes there's metal
Rillaboom.
or Were. Anyway,
A lot of them just get qualifiers, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
What
Okay,
even is this podcast?
Where?
today?
Yeah, where have we even gone to?
No, normally we have structure. What are you doing to us?
We got here from Meganium.
I come in here and I just chaos ensues because Kellan insulted me.
Wait, what did he insult?
Why did
you?
How did I insult you?
All I do is make puns. That's all I'm good
Yeah, but-
for,
It's funny.
and I don't do anything else.
I mean, it's a
It's
pretty
fu-
important service.
It is.
It's funny
I'm
to
proud
relegate
I'm proud
people
of
to
many of
one
the
thing.
puns.
That's pretty important.
I'm proud
Nolan
of
makes a
them.
lot of our titles for those who might not have known that.
Sure, yeah. Those are puns. Was
Yes,
I
they
wrong?
are. You weren't wrong. You weren't wrong.
You were too true.
Yeah.
You were too true. Well,
Anyway,
yeah,
okay,
let's keep
do
going.
something.
Let's keep going. So Bayleef, right?
Yes.
That is going to be one of the featured Pokemon today. And I got thinking because they like to point out in the episode that there's like some scent that comes out of it, like around it. It's like they called it like spicy. So I was like, do they like season? Do they use part of the Bayleef and the name, right? I was thinking of seasoning, right? Because Bayleef is a seasoning.
You put Bayleef in your chili.
Exactly. Or soups. Lots of stews call for Bayleef.
Jambalaya.
So I think that in the Pokemon universe, they use parts of this creature as seasoning, right? And I was thinking that they actually probably use Pokemon in their cooking, but not eating the Pokemon. But we're just looking at how they use Pokemon to season their food. Okay, are you with me?
Like how we get castor oil from beavers.
Sure. Yeah, I'm aware of that. That's the sweet ball sack juice, right? Yeah. If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, look that up. Anyways, these are the top 10 Pokemon seasonings in the Pokemon universe. Are you ready?
Hit
boys? Okay, so number 10, I think that they use any of the Charmander line Pokemon. They use their flames to roast meat, and there's sort of like a whole buzz, like hipster restaurant that claiming that like Charmander roast meat tastes totally different from normal barbecue. I think that's totally a marketed thing there.
Oh, it's definitely the difference between like hickory smoked and like what kind of wood you're putting into your barbecue,
or whether you're using a pellet smoker or an offset.
Like fuck you guys, wood. I bet you it tastes exactly the same though. I think this Charmander bullshit is totally a scam.
Yes, it is. It's just to get people in the door.
Yeah.
And then when they get there, they're disappointed.
Aw, this doesn't taste as good as Instagram made it look.
I wanted transcendence, damn it.
When meat takes me to places. Well, you got to go to other places to get this next spice, number 9. I think they would use gloom saliva in their cooking. It's basically the MSG of the Pokemon world. Just makes things super savory.
That's week 2 you've mentioned Pokemon MSG in a row.
My memory is horrible. I don't even remember saying that.
Onyx MSG from last...
what was the joke I made?
We were talking about Pokemon byproducts and how you think Onyx oozes MSG.
This is what I think of my jokes, Kellan. I just throw them out there. I don't even give a fuck. When you make a joke, you expect me to bow down and offer praise.
In fairness, peek behind the curtain, that recording was like 2 weeks ago. So
yeah, it's been a while.
I'll give you that. I'll also give you the Gloom one because it's a gold dex entry. What appears to be drool is actually sweet honey.
Oh, well, I thought it'd be savory, but yeah, it turns out it's sweet.
I thought they used it for perfume. Or was that some other part of Gloom?
That is some other part.
Yeah, I think that was something about
Man,
Gloom.
people just harvesting all the parts of Gloom.
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Can't catch a break.
That's the odor.
Like
that's the stinky odor from the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in large quantities, but in small quantities, it might smell amazing.
Okay, but no, that was scent. The drool would be different.
Yeah, okay.
Then.
I think that there will be some themes with that later. So let's keep going. Number 8. So I think people would have Victory Bells eat food first and then eat that food. This is a bit of a weird underground thing.
What?
They would put like I don't know, like a piece of cheese, okay? It's like this like aged cheese aged in a Victory Bell. Can't you see it now? This Victory Bell aged Gouda is one of a kind.
Like bird's nest soup.
Exactly. Like a weird delicacy. Or that coffee bean that like that like
monkeys
cats poop out or whatever. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Never heard of this, Kellan?
I have not.
Oh yeah, there's this like coffee in Indonesia, I think, that needs to go through the digestive system of an animal first.
What are we doing in this world?
It's called,
what's happened?
It's called Kopi Luwak, also called civet coffee in the West. And it's a drink made from coffee beans that are excreted whole by an animal called a civet cat.
That's
in simpler
wild.
words, it's cat poop coffee.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So Victory Bell Gouda, not quite as weird now, eh?
I'll counter your Victory Bell from Yellow's Pokedex entry. Lures prey with the sweet aroma of honey. Swallowed whole, the prey is melted in a day, bones and all.
Oh, Kellan,
oh God.
I have a question for you. What kind of plant is Victory Bell?
Pitcher plant, I get it now.
Not a Venus flytrap.
To be fair, in the Dex, it is referred to as the flycatcher Pokemon.
Yes.
So...
pitcher plants also catch flies.
Yeah, I know.
And frogs, squirrels, and rats.
Still. Anyway, what's number 7?
Yeah, I don't care about this argument you're having at all. Number 7, blossom leaves. They taste tangy, and you have the urge to dance after.
Would probably make a good tea.
Dance fever. I can't stop doing the Charleston.
This tea has me condemned to a life of footloose.
Don't tell the priest.
I love that dad. I love that angry dad. Okay, number 6. Zubat Supersonic Ceviche. I think that they would use supersonics to cure things, okay? Like a type of fermentation, maybe. Like ultrasonic it instead of cooking.
Where does the ceviche come in play?
I'm just saying type of curing.
Oh, okay. Because it sounded good. The alliteration was on point.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Sure. All right. What's the next one?
So seed bombs from anything that can learn it. So let's say a sun kern. I could see you people having seed bomb on toast.
Those damn millennials and their seed bomb toast.
That's why they can't buy any houses. Not that the housing market in Johto has ballooned beyond comprehension.
Because they won't stop putting those damn seed bombs on everything.
Back in my day, we knew how to work. I got my first job at Goldenrod when I was 7.
And they paid me $2 an hour. I don't know how you...
Two Pokebucks an hour.
And I bought my house for $600.
Grandpa, minimum wage has increased like 4 times, but the housing market has increased by like 20. Like, come on, get it together. It's not the same. It's not the same.
That seed bomb on toast, though. Not bad, right?
It is pretty good.
Right. Not bad.
I don't blame the millennials.
Yeah. So, number 8, Octillery ink. I think that Octillery ink pasta is huge in some seaport towns.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
You ever had squid ink pasta?
No, I have not.
I
Not
have
bad.
not myself either. I did see a video online of a lady who had a squid ink in a dish, and it got on her face, and she tried to wipe it off, and it doesn't work very well. Just spreads everywhere. What does it taste like, though, Graham?
The salt.
Squid.
Tastes like salt.
Oh, it's just the new mommy.
Yeah, well, but like I haven't had it like inky like that. Like when it's in a pasta, it's like cooked. Like you can't like get it on you when it's like in the pasta.
Ooh! Here you go.
What?
From ultra. Oh God, there's a spider on my arm.
Ah! It's a spinner rack.
That was freaky. Anyway, Ultra Moon. It usually sleeps in caves. The pitch black ink that Octillery spits is also used for cooking.
Oh, knew it. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Apparently, I didn't look that up. I was just in tune, I guess. All right, number 3. Tangela vines dried and ground, okay? A Tangela vines that they lose, they scoop them up, dry them and ground them. It tastes like oregano, I imagine.
Probably.
Maybe sage.
Or
between oregano and sage.
Sure.
Another idea for today is I kind of wanted to do a kitchen seasoning tier list with you guys, but I was like, that would take 3 hours.
Yeah.
I could just see us screaming about where to put cinnamon. That'd be fun, right? Okay.
Parsley is god tier. I hate it.
Do you actually think parsley would be god tier?
No. It's
Fuck
like
that. I think
it's A tier.
paprika's pretty high for me.
Paprika's pretty high.
See, we could do it. Okay, anyway,
Basil,
number 2.
Basil's
high.
I think.
Basil's high. Basil's S tier. Basil.
Okay, but what about a Bayleef?
Honestly, not that high.
Not that high.
Yeah. You think Bayleafs are S tier? No, they're like C.
No, it's because Bayleef. We're talking about Bayleef today.
That's why you want to put it in S?
I didn't say I was
because of
putting it in S.
topicalness.
Whatever. What's the next one?
Okay. Coughing gas, cool and diluted into an extract. It kind of gives you a buzz if you have too much. Yeah, sort of. But it tastes, I think, a little bit like vanilla with a hint of fart. It's not S tier.
Gotta get that hint of fart in there, otherwise it's not coughing. You can tell the artisanal coughing from the fake coughing by the quality, the aromatics within the fart, the aftertaste, the floral bouquet of it all.
The floral bouquet.
Are we at number 1?
Yes, we are at number 1, and it's what you were all thinking, folks. It's that sparkly shit you see when Ho-Oh flies. Don't even know what it's called.
You were all thinking it.
It's kind of like Spice from Dune, I imagine.
Gives you a premonition trip.
Yeah, it makes you see Zendaya.
Yeah.
Just floating in your vision.
Where can I get some of this?
Yeah.
Can I have it, please?
That was an interesting list. All right.
Not my
cool.
worst, not my best.
No, your worst? No.
I should do a list of my lists at some
I've
point.
noticed in the past few weeks, Kellan has been a little bit less than enthused by the lists.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Go on.
Oh, okay.
You can
don't know.
elaborate.
Me elaborate or
Yeah,
Kellan
no,
elaborate?
elaborate on your point.
Oh, okay. Forget I said anything. I don't know.
It's a lot of, we're 18 minutes in and we haven't gone to the episode
Kellan's
yet.
just
so.
antsy for Pokemon and he doesn't like Graham
Yeah.
holding you back.
Shut up about fucking Lord of the Rings. I want to talk about Pokemon.
We weren't talking about Lord of the
that
Rings.
does happen.
No, that's my general sentiment.
But Lord of the Rings is amazing. You're wrong.
Sure, okay. All right, let's talk episode 162.
Let's do it.
Airtime.
Airtime.
Starting at breakfast. Best meal of the day, baby.
Yeah, I like breakfast.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Some crazy guy
All
comes in and he's like, "Oh, you have to be on my radio show. You beat Whitney. Everyone who beats Whitney has to come on my radio show." Blah 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 blah. He's not even the host. He looks like the host, but he is the producer. He's
Very
crazy.
flamboyant.
I thought he would
Yes.
be the host as well because I wrote down then Guy Fieri walks in.
Definitely has that
Flair.
that flair, yeah, that energy of like.
He's wearing like a crazy coat. His hair's kind of jazzed up. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so he takes the
Sunglasses.
gang
To
to
Flavor Town.
Flavortown.
Yeah.
He's the producer of Poke Talk Radio. Brock knows that one. It's the one with the girl that interviews trainers.
Of
and it's
course,
such a
Brock
specific
knows.
type of program, I must say.
Of course, Brock knows it's the one with the girl. He's probably only listens to radio shows that have a female's voice.
Probably, yeah.
He doesn't actually simp over DJ Mary in this episode.
No,
though,
he
does
doesn't,
Yeah.
though.
Like, come
Yeah,
on, out of
it's
all of the
surprising.
anime girls to simp over, not DJ Mary? Are you kidding me? Come on, Brock.
Kellan got feelings for DJ
Kellan
Mary.
finally shows some sexuality towards a cartoon. I've been waiting so long.
Hey, I get one.
You can have more than one. I
if you
love
want.
it. Yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to go that
She
far.
kind of looks like your type. She got
Yeah.
glasses. She got headphones. Oh, it's because she's like a audio visual worker. So you're like, damn, she's.
I bet if you take
Sure,
the
yeah.
glasses off and you let the hair down, she'll look completely different.
Oh, yeah, she'll look actually look pretty then. Is that what we're going with?
I
That trope?
hate that cliche.
It's
Trope
the
is so
dumbest
dumb.
trope.
It's so dumb.
stupid.
Or just the movie, the old movie, She's All That, where it's like they cast like the most attractive actress in the part where everyone's like, she's a loser, she doesn't look good, and then she takes off her glasses and she's like, yeah, she's been pretty this whole damn time. What are you guys talking
Isn't
about?
that Amanda Bynes in that one?
No, it's yes, She's All That. It's fucking what's her name? Rachel Lee Cook.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, well,
They-
it's
off
an
the
old
top of my
movie,
head.
90s teen movie.
They do that that is like definitely.
Yeah.
It is a
cliche,
thing, yeah.
especially
I
It's
can't
the
remember
trope.
it
It's the
nowadays,
trope of
so-
it's the trope of she doesn't try that hard.
Yeah.
And she wears glasses and puts her hair up.
I
And
like-
so she,
I like
that means
how
she's
in
ugly.
Not Another Teen Movie, they did the whole thing where she let her hair down and took off her glasses, but she couldn't see. She turned into a klutz.
A good parody movie is a
That's
rare
funny.
breed, but Not Another Teen Movie is fantastic.
Yes, it is.
It's a great movie.
The late 90s and early 2000s were cream of the crop for parody movies, and they just got ridiculous.
Yeah. Anyway, so Team Rocket are hungry.
Always hungry.
Always hungry, but they see a department store. Maybe they've got free samples. They're still on this free sample kick from last week.
I thought that
but-
sounded familiar.
But it's not a store. It's the radio station. And they can't get let in. Security won't let them in without an appointment. And James is like, I was always told I had the perfect face for radio. Well,
I
That's a
like
good
how he
line.
doesn't realize that it's an insult.
Yep. Good old
That's
James.
perfect, James.
It is James.
Yeah.
In a nutshell. He's just carefree.
They just dressed up then in silly outfits and get in easy. Like, oh, we have an appointment with DJ Mary. Blah, 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 blah. And then walk in. Security doesn't even check their credentials or anything. What's this guy up to? What's he doing? But they get caught trying to rip up all the tapes. They're looking for things to steal. They determine there's nothing to steal here. Nothing of value.
Nothing of
I liked this
real
line.
of value.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like this line from Jesse as they're strolling in because they're like they dress to like what they think a celebrity looks like, right? When they're
Yeah.
infiltrating. She goes, all you need to do to be a celebrity is to act like you already are one, and sooner or later the public will agree. And I was like, that's kind of
That's
true.
profound.
Yeah.
She predicted influencer culture.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. Like the Kardashians, like
Yep.
all of that stuff.
People that are famous for being famous.
For being famous, yeah.
Yeah. It was all a mistake. Well, we have to revert. Let's go back to the ocean.
Yeah, can we go back to a previous safe state, please?
Let's go back to the ocean. You're saying all of life was a mistake? Let's
Yes,
go back to the
I think
primordial soup.
Just terrestrial life.
Yes, I think we go back to
Ah.
the ocean and we start over. I think we just wipe the slate clean. We do it again.
Yeah, remember the golden days when
Pangea Ultima.
when men were
I miss you.
fish and women were fish, and that's how we liked it.
And we could trust men like Hoybert Hoover again.
Because he was a fish.
Yes.
We're all fish.
They're not really caught
I'm
though,
a fish.
because
He's a fish.
the radio guy is like, well, you guys are supposed to be on the air in 2 minutes, but where's your dummy? A ventriloquist act has to have a dummy. And so Jesse and James whip Meowth out as their dummy. My question is, why the fuck are you hiring a ventriloquist act for a radio show?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true.
Something's gonna get lost in the medium there, I think.
Yeah.
That's actually really weird, isn't it?
This whole episode's really weird.
It is a very
That's
strange
true.
episode.
Actually, this is a bizarre episode.
in a delightful way. I actually really liked it.
It's one of those episodes that I probably wouldn't have liked as a kid.
Oh God,
I
no.
would have hated it.
But I like it now. Yeah, just because it's like, it's bizarre.
Mhm.
And it's the kind of thing where you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh man, there was a Dragon Ball Z episode where Goku and Piccolo had to get driver's licenses.
Yeah.
That was
So wake up-
crazy.
You wake up in a cold sweat. Sweet Prince Goldenrod. Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly.
What was that?
And had to warp through space and time.
So they're getting shuffled along to the studio. Jesse and James are worried about not having talent for this. I mean, I was like, that's fine. It doesn't stop anybody in showbiz. Which, true.
Burn. And acting like a dummy isn't hard for Meowth, what they declare.
And so they're with DJ Mary. They are the Doug Trio.
It's
And,
like I feel like they missed the opportunity for a sweet pun there. I'm just saying. They gave themselves
what would it be?
I don't know. Just the
Well,
opportunity.
you're the pun guy. That's your one thing you do. So
half
let's-
of it is identifying the potential for a pun and then creating the pun. That takes time.
Sure.
There's
yeah,
no
okay.
you can't just go out there and think that you can make a pun in 30 seconds and expect it to be good. Sometimes you got to work your way through
You can't rush art.
a list of horrible options before you arrive on the good ones.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Exactly.
So yeah, they're on the radio show. Mary compliments the likeness of their dummy. Meowth's like, you work in radio and you're calling me a dummy?
Good line. Good
Burn.
line.
Yikes.
Meowth's always been a character.
There ain't much in this trio. I guess I got it all. And then he promptly gets his head
And
smashed
they
on the
smack
table.
'em, Yeah.
So Ash calls Oak. We learn Pallet's really proud of the plane badge win. Word's gotten out because the radio called his mom. She told the entire town, don't worry, Ash. Every single person in your hometown is going to be listening. No pressure. Just relax.
I mean, there is only like 4 houses.
yeah.
This is true.
In the games, it's 2 houses and the lab.
That's
it.
Okay. I
So
remember that
Ash's
incorrect.
house,
Population
Gary
of, like,
and
6.
Oak's house. and
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Your character, your mom, Blue, the rival, Daisy, Oak, and then I think 2 assistants. So population 7.
Do the assistants live at the lab or do they commute in?
I assume that there's like a bedroom on the 2nd floor.
Oh, I thought maybe they would commute
From
Oh,
Viridian.
on their
That's so
Pidgeots or
far.
something.
Viridian's so far.
Man,
though.
commuting would be so cool if you had a Pidgeot to ride on.
So you're telling me that Princess Daisy lives in Pallet Town?
Yeah, Mario saves her from Sarasaland, and she goes to live in Kanto.
And every once in a while, this weird dinosaur-looking dude shows up to try to steal her, and people try to catch him with the Pokeballs. And he gets very annoyed at this because he doesn't
Oh.
understand.
Dinosaur dude?
Bowser.
Bowser?
No, because he get
Turtle
in-
dinosaur dude, sorry.
No. In
Are we
Super
going
Mario
into the
Land,
deep lore now? Sorry.
Super Mario Land, it's Tatanga.
Oh, sorry. I got Daisy and Peach backwards. My fault.
How dare you? That is an insane mix-up.
That's
Sorry.
not an
Fine.
insane
Oh,
mix-up.
a weird dude.
You could have
very
honestly
skinny,
just kept that
long
joke
head,
going and
shows
nobody
up
would have
wearing
noticed.
green and professes his love to her, but he's strange and nobody in the town understands him. And so he goes back and cries to his brother about how nobody will love Luigi.
Luigi. Oh yeah.
Or maybe Luigi comes to Palatown because that's where the haunted mansion is.
That's not where it is.
Comes to
That's
Canton.
Lavender. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Oh yeah, that's where the mansion he wins is.
You're
Just in
too
Palatown.
literal. You're too literal right now, Kellan.
Have we not figured that out? It's been 81 weeks.
Actually.
Anyway,
So they're talking
yes,
to Oak.
Palatown, yeah, population 7. Hope
Ash
you're
is
listening
nervous.
to the radio show. Meanwhile, Team Rocket's gorging on free lunches to a fun instrumental of the Pokemon Johto theme from last season.
Yeah,
when Ash
kinda
goes on air,
rocking out.
Ash is super nervous. My name is Palatown and I'm from Ketchum. Mary's like, you want to try that again, Ash? He's like, no, this is Ash and I'm Pikachu. That's also another trope of
Oh, when
person
people get
on
nervous,
radio goes like
Yeah.
overly
mixing up their
bad.
words.
Yeah.
You guys didn't notice the video killed the radio star joke there?
That's later.
Is
That's
it?
in a second. Well, that's like next.
Oh,
next,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm
That's the next
sorry.
one.
Okay.
This is Ash and I'm Pikachu. We go to O.
Cut
He's like,
this then.
television couldn't kill radio, but maybe Ash will.
Yeah, that's funny. My
But
bad.
all of Ash's Pokemon are listening in on this. Heracross, Snorlax, Tauros, Muck, and Krabby.
Oh, whoa. That's
Whoa.
Kingler has
right.
devolved into a Krabby,
Gave
apparently.
him the
like a
devolution
Digimon.
stone from the game or from
Yeah.
the trading card game.
Which is very just weird mix up for that to happen.
Maybe he just molted.
No. I think Moke ate Kingler and is replacing it
Moke.
with Krabby and trying to make Ash do the goldfish switch.
Yes, there's another trope for you.
Yeah.
I know that if I was an animator on Pokemon, I would specifically do shit like this to fuck with Kellan in the future. But that's just me personally. I don't know.
Yeah,
If
all the
if they
super
would.
fans.
Oh my
notice
god,
all
would
those
I
things.
ever? Yeah.
You're the worst. Anyway, Mary advises him to think you're in a Pokemon battle. Don't think about it as a radio show. Think about it as a battle. And she challenges him to a battle. And he's like, yeah, I'll accept every challenge. I'm going to be the best fucking Pokemon master in the goddamn world.
Exactly.
Come at me.
Yeah.
You ain't shit, Mary. Come at me.
Yeah, seeing himself in a battle stadium, he's discussing his team. He's very fired up, and that gets him through the interview. It happens quick.
Good visualization technique.
Yeah, better than the whole just imagine them in their underwear
Yeah,
thing. I never understood
that.
that.
No, that's weird.
That's supposed to make me less nervous. That's
Yeah.
I would just be like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on? Everybody's in their underwear. This
Yeah.
is fucked up. I'll start freaking out.
Then you gotta try to. No, never mind. Then you got other problems you gotta worry about.
Mhm.
But did you guys notice when she asked him what do your Pokemon are now, and he counted them off with his fingers? He counted off, and the last finger he used was his middle finger.
Oh.
Oh.
Representing the animators being mad at 4 kids again? No. I
Yes,
don't
that's
know.
exactly it.
That's exactly what happened.
Everybody hates 4 kids.
But yeah, we get a quick recap of the story so far. He tells us what his team is, where he's going, and the interview's over. It was a very quick, pretty fucking lame interview, honestly.
Just a 2-second radio spot.
And then suddenly, who I can only assume is an unpaid intern, comes running along with a bunch of the ruined tapes. We got nothing to air. All the things are ruined. And so the Doug Trio introduce themselves to the gang. They can even demonstrate how they make Pokemon talk on Pikachu. But before they can, though, it's a disaster. The radio drama that was supposed to air is ruined. We have nothing. So we'll have to take the Doug Trio, put them on air again. Just stick to the script. And the gang gets roped into it too. Brock thinks girls will get captivated by his voice. And then we go into the bulk of the episode, which is all really weird.
So, one other thing I wanted to add there. I know it's always surprising that Ash doesn't notice Team Rocket, but this time I thought it was especially jarring because, they just got Meowth. And
Yeah.
they're like, look at this Meowth, and he's talking, and he sounds like Meowth, and they're not like,
Well, they're ventriloquists, Graham.
Their hair hasn't changed either.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's never changed. That's just Ash being dumb.
I like the line that Meowth thinks when Misty is convinced that he's a dummy. She's like, she can't tell I'm real, and I'm the dummy.
He sees the "I'm the dummy" twice in this episode.
He's really milking that joke.
He likes that one a lot.
there was a lot of dummy jokes.
Mm-hmm. And so Ash is really scared. Jesse's like, the only thing you should be scared of is disappointing the audience. I thought she was going to be like, the only thing you should be scared of is us taking your damn Pikachu. But no, she's like actually into the showbiz part of this.
She gets super dramatic about it. She's got a huge ego rising up here.
Mm-hmm.
She loves it.
And so we go into the continuing saga of Brave Prince Goldenrod. I noted that Ash's delivery is so stilted in all of this. And I also didn't write any of these lines down because they were so complicated.
I got parts
like
of them, but I actually didn't dive too deep into it.
It's all
but
Shakespearean.
I didn't get some of the ones I liked. Well,
halfway to
except that it
Shakespearean.
Totally isn't. But
yeah,
where's the iambic pentameter?
Exactly. It's
why I corrected myself. Halfway.
Flowery though, I guess, and kind of antiquated.
Yeah.
But it's like fairy tale speak is what it's what it's going for.
We hear that the hero is flying in on his Charizard, and we get a really great roar from James going, "Roar!"
And so, yeah, this is doing a whole bunch of cutting back and forth between the gang and Team Rocket in the studio with DJ Mary talking, and then it goes into this, like, fantasy realm. So we see the gang in this fantasy realm going towards their, I guess this is Prince Goldenrod's domain, right? They're getting back to the castle, and we see them all in their fantasy attire. So Ash and Pikachu are, like, dressed like Robin Hood, basically.
Yeah.
Brock is supposed to be some kind of priest or monk, I think. And Misty is like vaguely a Dragon Quest III female warrior, I guess.
Sure. I have no.
Seems like
knowledge
pretty
of what it
standard JRPG female attire.
Well, that's where that comes from.
And so the gang arrives in the city, but only the castle stands now. Everything else is completely covered in sand. Team Rocket are playing the king and the queen, who are their Prince Goldenrod's parents. But something's wrong because they immediately challenge him to a battle, and Ash gets scratched by Meowth in real life.
And there's some good lines there I did manage to get. So Brock goes, though enrobed in familiar finery, though their countenance are seeming strange. That's kind of what you mean. Instead of just saying, like, they look funky.
Who the fuck are these jokers?
And then Misty does have the Shakespeare reference. She goes, something rotten in goldenrod.
Yeah. But Jessie's starting to just improvise because she's seen better writing on cereal boxes. Fucking got him. But Mary improvises her way back into the script. They go into the castle.
Consummate
Mary
professional, Mary is.
Mary was like, she did that to make sure that this goldenrod wasn't a mask. It wasn't a fake person. So that's what that was about, making sure it was their real son. And so they go into the castle. They've got this master stone thing. It like glows. They're like, this stone is a good thing, but we shouldn't have it or something. I have no idea.
The master stone hath been disturbed. Hath the goldenrod been interned? I don't know. Yeah, someone messed with it. I was like, master stone. Maybe think of like Chaos Emerald. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask, is there master stone in any of the games?
No, I don't believe that's a thing.
Not a thing.
And Prince Goldenrod, that's not canon either, Kellan.
I don't believe so.
And time warps 3,000 years into the future, that's not a thing.
Well, that's a little closer to Pokemon reality.
Okay.
Ultra wormholes are a thing.
Whoa.
Yeah. I looked up Master Stone on Bulbapedia. I got Expert Stonecutter from a character of the day from Sinnoh Arc.
Oh, so they're a master at stone cutting. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's the same thing. No.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, this thing like glows. I'm super confused, and then the heroes fall in the hole, and then it turns out that the king and queen are imposters. So like Mary redirecting back wasn't that necessary, I don't think.
They used the master stone as a master bait.
Oh, nailed it.
So I'm wondering. I wasn't sure how you were going to react to that one.
But they are imposters sent by the Gyarados Guild. And Jesse's like, no, no. We're not Gyarados Guild. We're Team Socket.
And she's like, you're introducing another antagonistic force when I've already established one? That's messy story writing.
That's how you get Spider-Man 3.
We haven't developed the Gyarados Guild enough. God damn it, Jesse.
The Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3.
Yes.
God, that was like one of the biggest disappointments in my...
It really was, coming off of Spider-Man 1 and 2.
I'm so excited for that.
I agree.
You've never seen it.
I have not. But we get a great line from Meowth in this section where he just goes, "Fare thee well, suckers." I like that a lot.
I misheard Jessie at the start. I thought she said this like Team Suck It. And
No, it's Socket.
Yeah, and then I realized she was doing one letter off of Rocket.
Yeah.
Team Suck It would be good.
But this hole doesn't really do much because Charizard busts through the walls. The heroes jump up out of the hole real easily onto him.
You get a good Detective Ash moment there.
Yeah.
He says that these aren't my mom and dad. This is Team Rocket.
Team Socket.
Sorry, let me see what the line is. It says, "Imposters, you are not my parents. You are villains sent by the dastardly Gyarados Guilds."
Yeah.
And then Jessie freaks out and she's like, "Wrong."
No. We're our own thing because Jessie is Jessie. But they jump onto Charizard. Sweet Prince Goldenrod goes to save his parents, undo their shackles. The Master Stone must be returned, but it's too late. Team Socket have gone underground. In a big hole underground, they're tunneling through, and Jessie's like, but actually, the hole leads to a time warp 3,000 years into the future.
And the host, like, DJ Mary's so stressed out for a moment. But she's like, fuck, fine, we'll figure it out. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Channeling her best, what's his name? Bill something or other.
Bill O'Reilly.
That's it. Like when you meme so much, you forget where they come from.
Yeah.
So they jump in to the time warp. Mary, stressed the hell out. She's like, does anybody have any idea what's going to happen next? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody have any ideas?
I'm surrounded by fucking amateurs. Oh, and that's how Kellan acts too every day.
Yep.
Oh.
So now we're in the future world where Team Socket have turned Meowth into a cyborg who can transform into a rocket.
Become Cyborg Meowth. He transforms into this mech.
I like the little detail they did where he pulled his ears back like a cat does when they're about to swipe or they're in like fight mode. They pull their ears down, and he did that on the mech, and I thought that was a neat little detail. I like those little things like that.
It's a cool looking mech, and I like how they can Jesse and James can get into Meowth too.
Yeah.
There's like a little cockpit.
Because Jesse is like, well, we turned Meowth into a rocket. Meowth's like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Jesse's like, no, in the future, Team Socket turned Meowth into a cyborg, obviously, so they can turn you into a rocket. This is just giving me like the kid who keeps changing the rules of the game.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, but I have the shield, and no, I have the bullets that go through the shield, and I got the shield that protects from those kind of bullets. So, okay, but I have a time warp, so I can go 3,000 years into the future. So
nobody likes playing with you, Jesse.
Probably not. I don't think she was very popular.
Probably not.
So yeah, they take off in this Meowth rocket and go to blow the heroes up with a missile. But Mary puts her foot down finally. The prince was a secret stowaway on this rocket, and he sends out his Chikorita. It's very fortuitous that Prince Goldenrod has a Pikachu and a Chikorita, just like Ash.
What a coincidence.
Yeah. Razor Leaf's the whisker wires, which sends it plummeting.
Are the navigators, apparently.
Yeah.
Which shut off the rocket somehow.
Mary's like, it plummets right down to the ground. And Jesse's like, no, it plummets right into another time warp.
Yeah, that's a really good analogy. The playground bickering.
Yeah.
The kid who's like, but I also have a gun. And then you're like, but I'm wearing Kevlar. And then he's like, but I shoot you in the face. And I'm like, but you didn't say that.
But I got the gun. I got the weapon that nothing can beat. So I got that. He's like, but I got the Infinity Shield. It protects against everything.
And I've got the Infinity +1 shield.
Oh, damn it.
+1.
You win. So, but this time Warp sends Team Socket right into the studio where they capture Pikachu in a capsule.
Yeah, and we get the reveal that it's Team Rocket.
Well, you're not the Doug Trio. Then you should also know you should prepare for trouble, and if I were you, I'd make a double, lame motto. They take off.
Yeah.
Ash gives chase. We get some good battle music.
Well, there's a big missed opportunity to do the motto in the style of the Lego
Of the
used.
story.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
and the
they
story.
should have.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
or
be
have
fun.
or have Meowth do the whole thing with their voices.
How would we get to a ventriloquist? Meow.
Yeah,
Motto.
some missed opportunity there. But Mary and
wow.
the sound guy follow
Yeah,
with the
consummate
boom mic.
professionals.
Great.
Yeah.
They're running through this, updating listeners on what's
with
going
a
on.
with a boom mic as
Yeah,
well.
that's awesome. Those things are tiring to hold. So
I bet.
props to this dude.
Yeah.
But Team Rocket takes off in the balloon. Arbok comes out, poison stigs. Chikorita dodges and razor leafs, cuts the ropes, releases Pikachu. Pikachu is angry, but Ash is pissed.
Oh yeah.
He Pikachu's got the angry face, but Ash is like, Pikachu, how about you give him a fucking thunderbolt?
Thunderbolt attack.
Attack. Kaboom. They go blasting off again. Beautiful victory music. The Master Stone has reappeared. Blah, blah, blah. The kingdom is
The realm
returned.
is saved. Yada yada.
That's a wrap. But the producer was like so into that. We should do it every week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Guy Ferrari wants to sign them
Yeah.
up so bad.
Which, I mean, I agree. It was pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
Medieval times, time warps. Pretty cool, man. I don't know.
Love a good time warp.
Who
Fantasy
doesn't?
plus sci-fi.
Love
Let's
a
do
good
the time warp
Meowth mecha.
Again. But I think they saved radio, personally. Like, I think radio was dead before this, and
Yeah.
they brought it right back.
It was the hop to the right.
Radio
I get it.
on the internet is really what saved it.
Mm-hmm.
They got to get that online, right, folks? You agree? You're listening to it right now.
But they get back on the road to Ekritique, or on the road to Ekritique for the first time, really. Meanwhile, Team Rocket, they're stuck in a tree when the real Doug Trio come along asking for directions because they got lost. They have an actual Meowth dummy, which is just incredible. Come on.
I was watching on Amazon Prime with subtitles, and it screwed them up. It called them the Dodrio Trio.
The Dodrio clan is their Japanese name.
Oh, so then it got screwed
Got
up in
mixed up, yep.
translation.
Yep.
I see.
But it's why are they called the Doug Trio or Dodrio clan when their dummy is a Meowth?
Yep.
Yeah, it's weird.
I feel like also if you're using Doug Trio or Dodrio, that's a good opportunity for 3 dummies in one, all with conflicting personalities.
A lot of potential there.
But Jessie bemoans the fact that she isn't a star, and that's the episode. Actually, the Meowth dummy, they talk through the Meowth dummy. They're like, they listen to me, but I don't know directions. I'm just a dummy. That was cute. And Jessie bemoans the fact she isn't a star. That's the episode.
But they've had so many opportunities to change their occupation. They just
Oh,
They're-
there's
they're
so many
stuck in
things
their
that they're
rut.
actually good at. Yeah, we see that
Mhm.
time and again. So, literary hour. Y'all gonna guess what this one would be?
It's some goddamn Lord of the Rings. I swear to God.
No,
Hamlet.
No, it's specifically about this trope of basically telling a kid's story, and as you're like changing things, have
Oh,
the frame within it changing.
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride, nailed it.
Oh,
It's the same idea, right? In the movie Princess Bride, which is based on a book, I believe a grandfather is telling a story to a child,
And it's not a kissing story.
and
Can't
like
be a kissing story.
based on the kid and the grandpa's like conversations, like things are changing in the story, like they're altering it, and it's that fairy tale. So that's the same kind of framework.
This is one I genuinely hate to admit that I have not seen.
Oh, boy.
Why would you say that?
Because
Because
well,
you
it's
think
so
you'd
mean.
like it? Is that what you
I've
mean?
heard nothing but amazing things
Because the
about it.
internet
You've
loves
heard
the
nothing
Princess
but
Bride.
amazing things about Lord of the Rings, also.
Yeah, but whatever. But it does.
Same
It
with
does.
Star
From what I've heard,
Wars, but-
from what I've heard, the Princess Bride does seem like something I would like. I just haven't gotten to it.
Yeah,
yet.
you'd like it.
Probably. You can understand the wonder that is Fezzik and the
Yeah.
Sicilian.
And Wallace Shawn is in it, right?
That's the
I like-
Sicilian.
I like some Wallace Shawn in my life. Yeah.
Never make a wager with a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Is that the Inigo
Sure.
Montoya guy, or are we talking about someone else?
No, that's the short guy.
Ah, yeah,
Inigo
yeah.
Wallace
Montoya.
Shawn.
Wallace Shawn. He's the captain, like Fezzik's commander.
He voices Rex in
In-
Toy Story.
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable. Yeah.
Inconceivable.
Yeah.
Inconceivable.
That's true. That is
He's got a
good.
very, very unique voice. I like him a
Yes,
lot.
he does.
Anyway, shall we rate?
Yeah, so let's get
We
to the
shall.
4-part, the plastic ping pong pitcher of objective rankings. We're going to pull 2 categories at random from the pitcher and rank the episode based on those categories. What do we got first, Kellan?
This is interesting. First category today will be the originality.
Oh, it's pretty original for a
it's pretty
Pokemon.
original.
It's kind of one of a kind, actually.
It's very unique. It's got to be high.
I'll
would have
float
it
a
pretty
10.
high.
I'll float a 10.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'll hit you with that. I mean, it's tropey, but
me
it's also it's original in the Pokemon universe thus far.
That
I'll
is
go with
true.
it. I'll go with a 10.
He's thinking,
Yeah,
folks.
Yeah, we've seen nothing like it before. The only things that are really repetitive are the things that are always around, like the Team Rocket motto, stuff like that. But even then, it's not repetitive in many ways. Yeah, you know what? I'll do it. 10.
Whoa,
boy.
10. We got
You
at a
convinced
10
me.
in a while.
And this is a guest episode too, so it needed 3 of them. We also had a
Wow.
10. We also had a 10 literally last week
Oh my god, what is wrong
See what
with me?
the next one
with how
is.
to with Milk Tank and
Could
how you
this
eat it.
episode be the first,
Second.
second perfect 10 episode? Wait, you've had a perfect 10 episode before?
Tower of Terror.
It was 10 on both categories?
Yeah.
The Tower of Terror transcends rating.
I know it's
The
good.
Tower of Terror is a perfect
I
Pokemon episode.
Completely forgot it was 10 on both categories.
Yeah. Second category will be the Swamp Ash.
Okay. So this
What's Ash's butt lick?
and we rank this higher if we think it's dirtier. right?
Yes.
When was the last time he was seen at home or near any sort of body of water?
Okay, well, last time we got Swamp Ash, I noted that like they bathed or like he showered in that episode or something.
Okay.
Last time we got Swamp Ash was Tunnel Vision, Jigglypuff Snubble, where it got a 2 because he was very clean.
Hmm.
But has
so-
he bathed since?
Has he bathed since?
So
Let me
I
take a
actually
quick
think
look.
the last
Or has he been
time
home since?
the
No,
last
no.
time he might have changed. Well, hold on, Kellan. Between episode 156 and 157, so between Foul Play and Forest Grumps, that is where canonically Pokemon Movie 3 goes. And
Oh,
in
it was
Pokemon
after
Movie
Forest Grumps.
3. Oh, sorry. I was trying to sound smart. In movie 3,
Try again.
You had me
Try it again.
convinced.
he
You
meets
had me convinced.
Delia again.
In the movie,
Yeah,
right?
I
The
think
movie.
she definitely checks to
She
see
definitely
what his underwear
checks his underwear situation.
off screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's only been a few episodes, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and
Wow.
also I think because like they hang around the farm and stuff from Goldenrod Opportunity to Dairy Tail Ending. Like they hang out at the farm a lot, so I think he dirtied up a bit.
I think he
from
dirtied
there.
up there because I don't think he cared about, and he was just pounding dairy. Like, dear God.
Yeah.
Let's hope he's not lactose intolerant.
He definitely is. Like, not to stereotype, but he's
Yeah.
Satoshi, right? Like,
Yeah.
and aren't like 70% of Japanese people lactose intolerant? Something like
Yep.
that. Our boy Ash was just fumigating his underpants that episode.
So I think he's up there. I don't think it's a 10.
No, it's not.
I'm going
Um,
8. I'll go 8.
I don't even think it's that high. I think it's like 5.5.
I'll go in between 6.5.
We're only just fence sitting. Wow. Okay. So that's 6.66. Everybody run for Swamp Ash.
Everybody run.
Everybody run. Get out of here. And overall episode score 8.333. Repeating.
Solid.
That is
episode.
solid.
Of course.
There you go. I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
All right.
That was
Pass
a
that.
high ranking.
Let's move on to the other episode today. Episode 161. The Bug Stops Here, or again
Try
in
again.
Japanese, Bug Catching Tournament. Catch a Pokemon at the nature park. Just a mouthful.
Yeah, it was a 163.
63.
You used the
Oh.
Bulbapedia numbering
No!
and not the Kellan amended numbering
Oh
system.
no. You've lost credibility.
Shit.
But only with yourself.
Yeah.
Because nobody else cares.
Why are you just like bragging on me tonight?
I don't
Jesus
know.
Christ.
I don't know. Maybe it's
Because
when
I
the,
come on this
it's
episode,
when
I
the
come on
three
to
of
air
us
my
are
grievances.
together. Yeah.
I have so many grievances.
It's
I've
a
got problems
Festivus.
with you people.
Every time you guys talk about something like scientific, I'm listening very intently.
Oh, we know.
Oh, we don't care either.
I
No,
know.
no, I don't. Anyway, 163. The Bug Stops Here. So we're passing through a beautiful national
Mhm.
park which
North of Goldenrod. I
is
remember
north.
that.
It's right after Goldenrod. Yeah,
Vividly
love that.
from the games.
Yeah,
Love
these are
that.
Goldenrod canon episodes, right? 'Cause we got the
Mhm.
They
radio
really are.
tower, it's in the game,
Yep.
and now we got the bug park. Very
The
cool.
subway station from last episode that's not available yet.
Exactly, the
Right,
underground
yeah.
passage.
The underground passage.
It's all very Goldenrod.
What about the arcade?
canon.
Is the arcade there yet?
There is a game corner in Goldenrod yet.
Nice. Has it been in the show? I mean,
No.
no. Unlucky.
I think they
Maybe later.
mention it or something.
They might have in that first Whitney episode.
Yeah.
Well, they might have felt obligated to bring Porygon back, which they cannot and aren't gonna do.
Porygon
Oh,
did
I
nothing
see.
wrong, man.
No.
Hashtag Porygon did nothing
wrong.
wrong. It was Pikachu. Anyway, so they're passing through the national park. The bug catching contest is about to begin. So we know that today is either Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday.
Yeah.
So those are the only days
So-
in the game.
Start keeping track
that's
down.
happening.
Then do a regression analysis to figure out what day of the week the very first episode was.
Good God.
Oh, extrapolate
Matt Pat did
back.
something like that. I don't know. He counted out how many years it had been. Anyway,
I wanted
Um,
the day of the week.
well, that's too bad. So the winner of the bug catching contest gets a sunstone, and they get to keep the bug Pokemon they catch.
Just
So
like
Ash-
the game.
Just like the games. It's just like the games. Ash, of course, wants in.
Misty doesn't.
Of course not. No.
It's
No.
bugs.
But it is that first place gets a sunstone in the game in Gen
Mhm.
2.
That's
which is
pretty neat.
That is cool.
And Gen 4 before you get the Nat.
That's how I got a Blossom, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Gen 2 evolutionary stones are like remarkably difficult to find.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's ridiculous. Like some of them you have to get through like phone numbers. It's insane.
Oh, interesting.
That's
Mhm.
why I went with an Espeon.
Yeah. Well, everybody did. They were the new ones.
Yeah, that's
So.
true. I remember I went and gave my Eevee a haircut, and then it evolved, and I was like, ooh, special. What
Well, I
is
did
this? What's
Umbreon.
happening?
In my latest Heart Gold play.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
It's a good one, too. They're both really cool. I like both.
Those are
of
cool
the Gen 2
designs.
Who doesn't?
Xeons.
I do like those designs, yeah.
Everybody loves those ones.
Everybody does.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Isn't a single hater.
No, not a single person hates
Not
them.
not even
Anyway,
that guy who wants to fuck Vaporeon.
Probably hates
He probably
Umbreon.
hates
Gonna
Umbreon.
steal his girl.
sure.
Because it
All right,
doesn't
so
have the
let's,
acid armor.
The acid armor?
Acid.
Anyway, so- Acid armor, yeah. So there. Let's go to the sign up line. Gotta get in line to sign up for this thing. But who's that? Oh my God. It's Casey.
A
and
returning
Chikorita.
character?
Oh my God.
I do feel like
Holy
that's rare.
It is, yeah.
So I didn't watch the original episode that Casey was on, but I listened to the episode, obviously. And I was with Graham over the course of like listening to you guys talk about Casey. I was like, Kellan's just overblowing it. But now I'm like, oh my God, I'm with Kellan.
No, but-
I win. I win.
It got old for me really fast.
Here's the other thing, though. I'm with Kellan on this episode too. Though.
Oh, okay.
She's insufferable. In
She
this
is
episode.
quite
She really
insufferable.
is.
Because
yeah.
it's not like
Oh
because
my
her
goodness.
puns aren't even good this time.
Mm-mm,
Oh,
no.
okay.
They're reused, they're recycled. In the original, they're fresh, they're new, they're hot off the press. Here, they're yesterday's breakfast.
It's like The Hangover versus The Hangover 2.
yeah, exactly. This
Hangover
episode is
is
the
amazing.
Hangover 2 of Pokemon episodes.
Well, I'm glad we got our literary hour out of the way.
I guess so, hey?
You could say that about a lot of comedy sequels, though.
This is
Actually.
true. Yeah, Paul Blart 2. Mm.
That's your go.
I forced him to watch it one night. Yeah.
Oh
So
my God, it was so bad. Not even like good bad, just
Just bad. yeah.
bad. Just like not funny in any way, shape, or form.
There was like one good joke. I
Yeah,
laughed
it
like
is.
one time,
And
genuinely.
It was slapstick. He ran
Yeah.
into a glass door.
I could laugh at him
It's just
running
because you
into a
weren't
glass door.
expecting something funny to happen, and then something kind of funny happened, and comparatively to the rest of the movie, it
It was
like-
brilliant. Yeah.
it was amazing. So it was absolutely hilarious because it was mildly funny compared to the rest.
So you're telling me the secret to getting laughs is to not be funny, and then
and
to
then
just,
just
be funny.
land one really good
Land
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Casey's been on a winning streak since their last meeting. Just like the Electabuzz. We heard last time the Electabuzz haven't won like anything ever in their lives. But now they're on a winning streak. She gives them the fight song. Let's all cheer Electabuzz, greatest team of all. The players charge the field and double team the ball. They're the crew with Mega Punch when they're in a crunch. Metronome, safe at home, Hyper Beam 2. Win through thick and thin, Electabuzz, it's you.
What does double team the ball mean in the context of baseball? I played baseball growing up. I have no idea.
I
what
was
that means.
actually going to ask
Two
you
people go
that.
for it, but that's
No,
not what you want to
Kellan,
do.
that's not it at all. It's when two people fuck the ball at the same time.
Now the difference
yeah.
is which will. I feel dirty. Which holes are they doing? I don't know.
How do you fuck a
Baseballs
baseball? Is that what
Don't
you're
have
asking me?
holes, yeah.
Well, you see,
Ah.
when a man and a baseball love each other very much, I have no idea how you would fuck a baseball.
Let's move on, yeah.
Shout us out in the comments if you fuck baseball.
Question of the day: how do you fuck a baseball?
They dock with the baseball.
Oh, they sound. They
Sound-
sound.
Yes,
Oh,
sounding.
no, don't say that word. I hate that.
Well, did we totally kill the mood?
Yes.
World's worst kidney stone. Am I right?
Oh,
No, that's the Master Stone from
no.
last episode.
Yeah, that's pretty rough looking.
That's the
Yeah.
ultimate kidney stone.
The final boss of kidney stones.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she does the chant. The gang's pretty embarrassed for her.
Yeah, the
I
gang was
too.
just like shocked, and there's sweat drops galore.
It is a pretty bad chant.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because there's what's that one? They're the crew with Mega Punch when they're in a crunch. Metronome, safe at home. Hyper Beam 2.
Well, the two
Hyper
rhymes
Beam
with
2
the
is
next line.
a funny line though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rhyme scheme is all messed up.
Ugh. Who wrote that? Which random team member wrote that?
unpaid
the unpaid
intern.
intern from last
Oh,
week.
oh no, I think they did a good job of. I think the writers did a good job. If her cheer was totally rad, it wouldn't have lined up with. Like, she's a little bit delusional in this episode. She's
You're right,
hot-headed,
yeah.
but she isn't aiming it in the right direction. So
Mhm.
the fact that her rhyme is like sort of there, but then she's like, and Hyper Beam also, like that's right. It kind of sucks.
Yeah. But Ash and Casey are ready to compete with each other. They're butting heads. Misty has had enough of the blabbering. Go register already. Then we go to Team Rocket. They're very upset. They're pissed off that they can't enter because the contest is for kids 16 and under. But I definitely saw some adults in that line, so I don't know what this
definitely.
guy's talking about.
Mhm.
Those are some 16-year-olds who buy beer for their friends. That's who those were.
They got the full beard in grade 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
James wishes he could be 12 again.
Jesse dresses up in like the schoolgirl. I'm 13, oh, and then Meowth is a baby. Wah, wah.
Yeah.
That was good.
That whole scene reminds me of the you'll get this, Kellan, and you'll appreciate it.
I am 12.
The scene from the bench warmers.
I am
with
12.
I am 12.
I am 12. We'll get to that in literary hour. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Graham hasn't seen this one.
I
so
haven't seen the bench warmers.
Okay,
That's-
fine. I'll just do it
We've
now. I'll just
discussed
do it
that
now.
on the podcast before.
Yes.
though.
You
So-
actually should. I bet it holds up. I think it holds up.
Possibly. I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, I'll just do it now. Literary hour early in the episode. Benchwarmers are a movie about 3 rejects who never got to play baseball as a kid, going up against all of the baseball teams, like youth leagues of bullies and stuff, and their coaches who are all like adult bullies. The young kids are getting their asses whooped by these 3 adult losers, and so one of the teams brings in like a pro ball player, essentially, like a dude who's like 30 to beat them, named Carlos, I believe. And when the bench warmers contest that this guy is not or too old to compete, he just goes, "I am 12." And it's like, he's not 12, he's got a beard. This guy's like 30. And he pulls out his birth certificate, which is a crumpled up piece of paper with a picture of him on it, like at this age, and written in green crayon just says, "I am 12."
I am 12.
And a $20 bill on it.
And a $20 bill for the umpire bribes
there
him.
you
him.
go. There you go.
He's like, "Looks good to me."
He ends up getting drunk on the mound and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
That's
actually pretty funny. I
Maria, why do you leave me?
I think the movie holds up, but depending on whether or not you want to support Rob Schneider's work.
Yeah.
So
There
Yeah.
it is.
But
Yeah.
that's why I watched it on DVD, baby.
Yeah.
Because there's no numbers to track there. Let's go.
yeah, you've already supported his work. You're no longer supporting his
Exactly. Supported him before I realized he was a total dickwad.
work. Wild man.
Yep.
Rob Schneider is the stapler. I don't remember what that's from. Keep going.
Sounds like a Family Guy gag.
It
Yeah,
might have
I was
been.
gonna say
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, Team Rocket, I am 12. Meowth's a baby. It's pretty cute though. Meowth is a baby.
Just a second, quick question. For
Yes.
I guess it's not behind the scenes, but is this the first time that Kellan has gotten to go off on a tangent on something that Graham knows absolutely nothing
No,
about?
it happens.
God no.
It happens because our references are just very mismatched.
They never
right?
line up. No.
They
Right.
never line
Okay.
up.
I got you.
So Wobbuffet comes out, they punch him for some reason, and Team Rocket, the next logical step for them, obviously, is kidnapping the official.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I like how Jesse's just like, take him away.
She's still mad at like
Get him out of here.
that she looks old apparently.
Yeah, it's like, you don't look any older than 16. You're like a baby, like a little wrinkly baby. Wobbuffet agrees. He's like, yeah. Wobbuffet. He gets just fucking kicked out of and yeeted into
I love
space
how
time.
much Wobbuffet is agreeing
Oh,
with the put downs this episode.
Yeah.
Wobbuffet speaks truth to power. He's a homie.
There you go.
He's an
And
ally.
is that the name of our category? Wobbuffet's truth speaking or
Oh,
truth
it's pretty
seeking? Wobbuffet's vibes, something like. We still need a name for that category.
Oh, I gave you guys one. You didn't like it? Carol?
Margaritaville.
That was amazing.
Jimmy
Jimmy Wobbuffet.
Jimmy Wobbuffet. That's kind of funny.
Okay, fine.
But does it tell us about the vibes?
if you know Jimmy Buffett's
Oh,
music,
yeah. It's all vibes. Come on.
Fine, if you two want that, we can do it.
Oh, I just don't care. I'm fence sitting again.
Oh my god, Graham.
But I
Killing
just
me.
like things to happen, right? I like when someone says yes more than when
Graham's an
someone says
observer.
no.
Yeah,
You're killing me.
just wants to see how it plays out.
Whatever, we'll figure something out. So the contest begins. It's one Pokemon. You get one Park Ball. Catch something in it. When you have a winner, bring it back.
You only get one ball.
Apparently,
Mm-hmm.
in the games it is 20, and you have 20 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, they do only hand out one park ball each.
But
But
from
that
the
is
way
kinda
they
weird.
say it, I think it's like you can catch a Pokemon with it, but if you find something else, you can just like release the Pokemon and then
Mhm.
go catch something else. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's weird though, but yeah. An interesting design for the Park Ball that was never in
Yeah,
the
it looks
games.
cool.
Yeah.
It's like kind of green.
I like it. It's got that little like,
Flowery.
dragonfly
kinda.
wings on it.
Yeah. It's nice. But Brock and Misty watch from the stands. Misty's paranoid about all the bugs. Brock's like, they could be anywhere. And she's like, anywhere? And she just
Yeah, it
checks
totally
Togepi's
helps.
crotch.
Yeah, I was gonna say checks Togepi for ticks like when you're a kid and you get home from the farm.
Yeah.
you gotta strip down so mom and dad can check you for ticks and all the weird spots. Am I the only one that had that experience?
No.
Well, obviously you did.
Yeah, I had the same experience. I don't know if I wanted to admit it on the internet, but yeah.
I know, you're a kid.
We
who
did
cares?
all live in a location where there were ticks.
Everyone make sure to check your perineum.
You don't want that gooch tick.
I was going to say, we did not have perineum in our vocabulary, Kellan. They were called gooches, and we liked them that way.
Or taints, I guess. That's another one.
Anyway, Ash finds a Weedle. Speaking of things you find in pants, it's a
Yeah.
Weedle. Casey
Ayo.
finds the same thing, catches it before Ash, and Ash is really annoyed by this. Like, I found it first. Casey's like, I caught it first.
Yeah, and she's all fired up, full of baseball metaphors, but getting very annoying.
No, Ash is the schoolyard annoying kid.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it first.
I called it first in my mind. Doesn't count, dickwad.
Misty's watching from behind a tree, though. Togepi's playing with a Caterpie. It's pretty cute.
Yeah, that was adorable.
Misty shoos it
Making
away.
a friend.
Unfortunate.
Misty's phobia. She really needs to get that work on that because it's really
Mhm.
coming. It's impacting the lives of her loved ones.
Exactly.
She needs
Intervention?
some cognitive
Intervention?
behavior therapy.
She definitely needs something. Maybe exposure therapy. Just put her in a room of Caterpie.
I don't
See
know
what
how
happens.
that works.
I remember we tried that with you, Kellan, when you were scared of storms. I was like, let's take him out to the dam during a thunderstorm.
It's
And
terrible
I
idea.
don't
and,
remember that.
And mom and dad wouldn't let me do it.
I wonder why.
Like, you'll make it worse.
You're the idiot
I don't
older
think
brother
so.
who doesn't know what he's talking
You'll
about.
just traumatize them.
So now Jesse has taken the outfit of that official they kidnapped, is dressed up as a Venomoth for bait.
Yep.
It attracts one. She turns on the charm, but immediately gets stun spored.
Yes, in this
Yeah, he-
episode, Jesse does try to seduce a Venomoth.
And
That
then he
is
gets
correct.
angry when he realizes he's just been catfished.
Yeah, I don't quite know what their plan was here.
That's what I wondered too.
Like, what were they gonna do when it came close?
Yeah.
Buy it a nice meal and see where the
Yeah.
evening goes.
I mean, would a Venomoth have beaten a Beedrill in the butt catching contest? I don't even know.
Oh man,
I always went for the Scyther or the Pincer.
yeah. We can go into the point system if you want.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's get into the
I'm down
math.
for the deep lore.
Scoring for Generation 2, according to Bulbapedia, the score earned for a given Pokemon in Generation 2 is the sum of the following: 4 times the maximum HP of the Pokemon, the sum of the Pokemon's other stats, up to 29 points based on the Pokemon's individual values, 1/8 of the current HP of the Pokemon rounded down, 1 point if the Pokemon is holding an item, 0 otherwise. The maximum possible score in this version of the contest is 386, achieved by catching a level 14 Scyther with maximum IVs in every stat and without dealing more than 7 damage to it.
Oh my goodness.
But-
7 damage.
Yeah, so that means the in Generation 2,
Yikes.
the species of the Pokemon means nothing
Mhm.
other than stats.
Better
Better
stats,
stats.
obviously.
But species
But-
are correlated with stats.
Oh,
To an extent,
Venomoth
yeah.
isn't even available on the
Venomoth's
list.
not available in Gen 2.
Yeah,
Venonat,
neither it is in Gen 4.
well, Venonat is.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give you a Venomoth that early
Oh,
in the wild.
fair enough.
It's evolved, fully evolved. Doesn't
Okay,
evolve to like
sorry.
late 20s, I think. But-
Sorry.
But in
I apologize for
Sorry.
my
Sorry.
heretical comment.
But in Gen 4, it's the level of the Pokemon relative to the maximum it can be found in the contest. Pokemon's IVs relative to the maximum as a percentage. Pokemon's HP relative to its maximum as a percentage. And
Okay.
a rarity factor. 100 for Scyther or Pinsir. 60 for Caterpie, Metapod, Weedle, Kakuna, Wurmple, Silcoon, Cascoon, and Kricketot, and 80 for everybody else.
So it's more about the individual Pokemon that you caught versus which
Yeah.
species you had.
Yeah. Because
That
it's
are-
dumb.
Like, you could still win with a Caterpie, theoretically.
Theoretically, yeah. Because like
Whereas
it,
in like Gen 2, you really aren't winning with the Caterpillar.
no, you
Caterpie.
could. Definitely.
Against the others?
Yeah. It's more likely in Gen 2 than Gen 4. Because Gen 4 has a
that's what I
rarity
mean, like
factor.
you're most likely never going to win with a Caterpie in Gen 2. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you could if it's got good stats.
Oh my god. But if another person catches a Scyther,
Well, it depends on that Scyther, the IVs and how much health it has, and
I guess if you catch a level 18 Caterpie,
yeah. But in Gen 4, there's a base 40-point difference between Caterpie and Scyther, just based on a rarity factor.
But I would have thought that like a level 14 Scyther would have higher stats than a level 18 Caterpie. So this when it sums, it'll just be higher. Period.
Oh, maybe, but it's still like
Regardless
IVs,
of IVs.
IVs and HP and stuff.
Yeah, and Scyther probably knocks Caterpie's HP out of the park.
Not if you weaken it a lot.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah.
And I guess Caterpie's easier to catch than a Scyther.
Because like in Gen 2, there's someone that can win with a Kakuna at 300 points. Like,
Okay.
out of
But that's not a
Jacked
Caterpie.
Kakuna.
well, but it's a fucking Kakuna.
Graham's
Anyway,
this is one of those things where Graham's just sitting back and listening.
yeah.
I don't care.
So I'm trying to tell you, no, you're wrong. So
I'm just trying to get a grasp of it.
anyway, that's that. I mean, there's really not much
Cool.
else to say.
So back to Jesse
Yes.
hitting on a Venomoth.
Right. Bestiality, though.
You
Yeah. So they get Sunspored, heading to Plan B. What's Plan B? Plan B.
Plan B
drill.
drill. Ah. Casey's hunting
like-
for Pokemon.
I was going to say, I really liked Venomoth's voice.
Mhm.
I thought it was funny.
That
He
one to
comes
me sounded like a dude. You know that
Yeah,
Kellan
just
always
a dude.
points that out, that some of them sound like animals, some of them like you can picture like a grown man sitting in a sound booth, and that one I could.
Yeah.
I'm just
Great.
listening to it right now. Venom, Venom,
Venom.
Venom, Venom.
Venom.
That's all it
Venom.
is. Venom. It's just like say grab somebody from the hallway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Say
yeah.
Venom a couple of times, real
Venom.
fast. Thank you.
So Casey's hunting for Pokemon, tackles the tree, a bunch of Pineco fall out. We've seen Pineco. Misty's like, well, they don't really look like bugs. Are they bugs, Brock? Brock's like, yeah, they're bugs. They evolve into Fortress. Obviously. Misty, how did you not know that?
What type are they actually, Kellan? I couldn't remember.
Bug.
Oh, they are
Bug.
bug.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Fortress
Bug
is Bug
Steel.
Steel. Yeah.
But that's a good look into the psyche of Misty and her phobia. It's not
Mhm.
the concept of a bug.
No, it's perception.
It's the perception and the visual appearance of a bug.
She's kind of realizing that it's not all bugs.
Right.
So, but Chikorita's tackling all around, Razor leafing them all. Casey's not even catching them. She's just letting them just lay there dead.
Yeah. That's
Just
weird.
destruction.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, it was too easy. I'm not catching that one.
Casey's got some momentum. It'll be tough to beat, Brock notes. But Chikorita is tired as hell. So tired.
So no momentum?
Well, I guess not. No.
I guess
But
not,
in the grass,
indeed.
in
Silly
the tall
Brock.
grass, we see, that's a Scyther. Almost a guaranteed win if she can catch that.
Mm-hmm.
So Razor Leaf hits it. Scyther's really pissed, lunges, hits Chikorita really hard a couple times.
This is sad because this is where we
yeah.
see Casey's sort of stubbornness and her fire, but she's ignoring the fact that Chikorita's tired and hurt.
Yeah.
And
And Chikorita's looking back to her for
for
guidance.
support. She depends on Casey. It's
And then
it's
Casey
sad.
asks her to sit on his face.
Yep, pretty much.
It's like, you
Wait.
crossed the line there, Casey.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Well, she goes for a Razor Leaf. Scyther hits him back. Casey's like, it's a line drive, Chikorita. Sure. But then Chikorita jumps and attaches herself to Scyther's face and just holds on for dear life.
Gotcha.
Blinds him, smothering him.
And Ash comes in. This isn't fair. This isn't fair. But he turns around. He's like, this isn't fair to Chikorita.
This is wrong. I've matured and you haven't. I'm supposed to be the dumbest motherfucker.
Ash is pretty smart this episode. I will give it to him.
He's
He's
got his
smart
moments.
when he's in the presence of dumber kids.
He's like Kevin from The Office when food's involved.
Yeah.
If there's somebody stupider than him, he'll become a genius.
Yeah.
He'll turn it on. He'll flip that switch.
Yeah. So he tells her Chikorita's being pushed way too hard. And Casey's like, nah, Chikorita loves listening to me, and she'll do whatever I tell it to. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And she gets
Way to
slammed into a
abuse your
tree.
Power.
Yeah. She gets just thrown right into a tree. Really
Need
hard.
Wobbuffet to come have a talk with her.
Pikachu jumps in with a Thunder Shock, and I loved this because both Ash and Pikachu taunt Scyther to distract him, and they do the face pulling tongue out
The
thing.
exact same thing.
So cute. I
They're
love
so
that.
in sync with each other.
Ah, I feel like we've had a kind of a lack of silly Pikachu moments, especially compared to the start of the series. But
Mhm.
so when we get moments like those, oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, agreed. Definitely.
They lure it away. They lure Scyther away, but Chikorita has disappeared. And so has Togepi. Uh-oh. Where's Togepi?
Now, Brock and Misty, though, can kind of see this happening on the screen, see that Chikorita's gone, and then what? Togepi's on the screen now.
She's found Chikorita
Yeah.
really quickly.
Togepi has this, connection with other Pokemon, right? She always
Yeah.
just stumbles upon them.
She's like the Forrest Gump.
The Forrest Gump of Pokemon.
Pokemon. She always seems to be in the right place at the right time.
Remember when Togepi was in the Vietnamese War?
Yeah, and lost her best friend.
Lieutenant Dan!
Bubba. You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, Togepi said that.
Yeah.
Critically acclaimed actor, Togepi. Tom Gapi Hanks.
Ping pong champion
Yeah.
Togepi.
Toga Ping Pong, yeah.
Don't do puns. It's not your lane.
Shut up. Hey, I came up with a streetcar named Quagsire, so you
Yeah.
don't get to talk.
Well, let's go
That
back
is
to
not going to air. Oh my god, that
Well, let's go back
Out.
to some other insufferable arguing. So Casey is basically berating Chikorita.
Yep.
Quitters are
Yep.
not allowed. She's going abusive dad on this thing.
Mhm.
So Misty comes in looking for Togepi, berates her. It's not about winning. You're too focused on winning. You're not thinking about how your Pokemon feels. Hearing this, Chikorita comes back. Casey apologizes. Chikorita forgives her. They hug. It's pretty cute. And then suddenly Paris falls on Brock, who is also here, and Misty swats it away.
Yeah, freaks out attack.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Scyther is still running around, and Ash gets attacked by, oh my god, would you look at this? It's a swarm of fucking Beedrill again. It's
You
always
can't
Beedrill.
have a bug-themed episode without having a swarm of Beedrill. You just can't.
That would be the scariest swarm.
Oh, yeah.
In BioShock, they say there's always a lighthouse. In Pokemon, there's either always a bridge or a swarm of Beedrill. One or the other.
Those are
Those
the
are the two.
inevitabilities of the
Or
Pokemon
Storm.
universe.
Mark Twain once said there are two inevitabilities in life: lighthouses in BioShock and Beedrills and bridges in Pokemon.
Yeah, that's the quote.
It's exactly what Mark Twain said.
Yeah, look it up. So, but yeah, that Breedrill come at him. Ash tries to throw the ball at one. It gets deflected. Bolt, and then Park Ball go again, catches a Beedrill, and promptly falls into a hole.
Mhm.
But he knows what this is now. He's
Yeah,
like, oh,
okay.
it's just another lame Team Rocket trap. Ugh, not again.
Man, is James's last name Yelnats? Haha.
Because of holes. Because of
'Cause of
holes. Get
holes.
it? Holes.
Holes, Kellan, do you get it?
The
Holes.
book
No,
and the movie.
You read Holes in
I
high
have
school
not,
in grade
no.
6 or
With the-
7?
did not.
Watch the movie with
With
Shia
Shia
LaBeouf.
And,
I
and
did
there's
Coming around the
holes.
corner.
Shia LaBeouf.
And his name is Stanley Yelnats because
Because that's
it's-
Stanley
it's-
backwards.
Stanley backwards, and he's the main character in Holes, Kellan.
Jesus.
You
Did
get it,
Did you
get it,
read
Kellan?
Holes?
You get
I
it,
did
Kellan?
not. No.
Do you get it? He got arrested for shoes, and he had to dig holes, Kellan.
Did you guys
Did you
watch?
get it, Kellan?
Did you guys watch Fred 2: Night of the Living Fred?
No.
Thankfully, no. You know, there are things about the next generation, Kellan, that actually do give me hope about the world. I think that you're more
That's not
accepting.
one of
I
them.
think that you stand up for themselves, but Fred is not one of them. Yeah.
So this is not just another hole. There's a cage.
Mhm.
Prepare for trouble. You're behind bars. Make it double. Now Pikachu's ours. And they're like in kimonos and have a bunch
Yeah.
of snacks and stuff.
I didn't get it. They have got like a koi fish in a
Yeah.
baggie.
It's
What is
weird
up with
enough
this?
too that Team Rocket will suddenly just be in like Japanese festival themed randomly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like a pun that didn't get translated. I feel like it's
Maybe.
happened in other episodes though.
Maybe it aired like the original airing date in Japan was
during
like
the festival season.
during
Yeah,
a
I don't know.
festival or something.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I don't know.
Came out
Uh,
of nowhere.
So Pikachu tries to bolt their way out, but it's a metal cage. It just shocks
Mhm.
Ash, and then suddenly the rest of the game come running in. Team Rocket makes fun, like they see Casey, and they're like, "It's the girl that really likes that loser baseball team." And Casey's like, "They're not losers; they're doing great." And Wobbuffet comes out, and he's like, "Wow,
Boba Fett
He
like
seems to- he
augur-
agrees.
argues about
Yeah.
baseball. Yeah.
My subtitles specifically said agreeable or something like that. The
Nice.
subtitles said, here I got it. It's a Pep Squad girl from the Electabuzz losers. Who you calling losers? The Electabuzz are great. And when Wobbuffet, yeah, affirmative. Wobbuffet comes out, and the subtitle
It's pretty
says
good.
affirmative.
So Wobbuffet keeps up with baseball news.
I mean, he looks like a baseball bat.
Yeah, he's the one that they use in the on deck box to
Oh,
like
he's the
swing
weighted
around.
bat?
The really weighted one, yeah. How heavy is Wobbuffet? That's my
Good
question.
question. Is he full of hot air? or is he
Wobbuffet
solid?
is 62.8 pounds.
That's a heavy baseball bat.
It's also 4'3", so
Oh wow,
pretty long
he's
as
tall.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
A long, heavy bat.
Man, Jesse and James must be really tall then. If he's 4'3", I'm just looking at them right
Like
now.
6 foot or something.
Like
They are 25.
He's only up to like Jesse and James's like sternum.
Yeah. But
Holy
heights
cow.
also make no sense in this show. So
This is true. Charizard's height has changed a few times,
Yep.
hasn't it? Maybe it depends on where they're measuring the height from. Like Charizard's height, maybe it's measured to his withers, not just
no, it would be
his
feet
head.
to head.
Why? Horses are measured to their withers.
Taint to navel.
The fuck's a wither?
Shoulders.
Oh no, not that would make no sense. For like some of them are
Well, I mean,
definitely measured
That's
in
how
length.
that's how animals are measured.
That's stupid.
Their heights are measured to their shoulders.
That's dumb. They should fix that.
You should fix that. Yeah.
You go tell the biologists that, and
I will.
maybe they'll agree with you.
Hey, did you guys realize you're measuring animals to shoulders? No, what? What? What are you talking about?
You go mansplain to the biologist.
Right. Also, what the heck is with the word withers? That has to be British. Well, fuck that.
Yeah.
Probably is.
Anyway, so they got a giant net, Team Rocket. Razor Leaf does nothing to it, does not break it apart. I think Meowth's like, we made the catch. Jesse's like, oh god, we have to start using baseball terms, don't we?
I like that part. I guess we
Oh,
gotta
no.
use baseball terms. And then Meowth turns it on. Bottom of the ninth, 2 strikes against you, kid. They're flaming back. Oh, no.
Flaming fastball.
Thank you. The flaming fastball's going to end the game.
And it's a big missile. And so Chikorita has to hit a grand slam home run. And,
oh my god, all of those. It was very contrived.
And so Chikorita's like, okay, cool. And evolves.
Yeah, nothing even happens.
Yeah.
Man, that'd be so cool if your Pokemon could just evolve like randomly as opposed to just like a level. I feel like they hit a range and then like once you're in the range, they would just randomly evolve.
That would be
in a battle.
So
so
like in the
frustrating.
game.
That'd be so cool. Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
It's kind of anticlimactic, though. It reminds me a little bit of like in Dragon Ball Z, you know, how like Goku's, when he becomes Super Saiyan, it's like this big deal. And when Gohan becomes Super Saiyan, it's a big deal. But then, like, when Goten and Kid Trunks become Super Saiyan, like,
Yeah, they just do it.
Chi-Chi's chasing them with a broom. And they go Super Saiyan. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, how'd that happen so fast?
Yeah.
Had something to do with the genes. But I actually really liked that. I was like, oh man, they figured it out. Gohan figured it out. It was
I agree.
It's Chi-Chi's
Yes, you do.
broom work that did
yeah.
it.
They're just so scared. They were scared of Chi-Chi with the broom, just like Goku was after he killed his best friend.
Yeah.
It's the same feeling.
After the destroyer of his whole race murdered his best friend. Same.
Same thing. But when you're a kid, I mean, that's what terror is. Your mom chasing you with the broom.
Well said.
I don't remember that happening in our house.
No, mom never chased us with a broom. No.
Anyway, here's Bayleef.
All
We got
right.
Bayleef.
Finally got to
Bayleef.
the feature Pokemon. Bigger Chikorita. Looks nice. It's got a
The buds
basil
around the
on
neck
its head.
have bloomed into leaves.
Yep. Bigger leaf on the head.
Bigger leaf on the head, taller, about as
A
tall as a
spicy
10-year-old.
aroma.
Yellow.
Spicy aroma, yeah.
That's Bayleef.
I really, actually, one of the reasons why I really like Bayleef and Chikorita is that there's an obvious point from which the razor leaf comes from,
Oh, yeah.
right? It comes from the leaf on the head. Like,
Mhm.
Bulbasaur, where does the razor leaf come from?
The still PNG on the screen.
It's still PNG, it just appears.
Yeah.
You don't know. Whereas Bayleef, with that entire line, they whip their hair back and forth, and out comes the razor.
They whips their hair back and forth. They whips their hair
They
back
whip
and
their
forth.
hair back and forth.
My hair. Oh man, that's a blast from the past.
I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth.
So we got Bayleef now. Very fragrant smelling. Wobbuffet agrees again.
Team Rocket loves the smell. They're
yeah.
like, oh boy, let's enjoy this.
They finally launched the missile. Like it's just been sitting there the whole time, I guess.
Yeah.
Razorleaf though cuts the missile and the rope.
Yeah, so
Clean
apparently
twin.
Bayleef's razor leaves are like mega razors. Like these
I
are like
guess so, yeah.
titanium.
And did they also must have known that they were going to be coming up against Casey because that missile is
Baseball.
Baseball.
teams.
Yeah.
Or maybe they got somebody in the balloon doing really, really quick R&D to be like, hey, we need our missiles to be thematic.
Oh, they just have like
Right.
100 different missiles sitting in there for the perfect
For every
opportunity.
They select
situation.
the baseball one.
They have a missile in there for every character of the day, and they're like, "Oh my god, we finally found another one."
Plethora of
It's that
missiles.
computer asshole again.
Fire off the mouse missile.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Razorleaf cuts it up. Jesse fears they'll be sent out of the miners. Wobbuffet keeps popping out during all this, and Jesse like keeps pushing him down, like get out of here,
Affirmative.
get out of the frame. But Thunderbolt sends them blasting off again. Wobbuffet is really disappointed in this one.
Wah, bah.
Wow.
I really, really wish that they would get consistent with the word attack after
Yeah, it annoys
after
me.
moves. Sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. It's like pick one and stick with it. Like either be wrong all the time or right.
Exactly.
Like
I know the one time they'll do like use Thunderbolt attack, but then the times when Fury attack is the move being used, they just say Fury. When attack is part of the move's name.
maybe they didn't want to say Fury attack. Like,
Yeah.
it's an ATM machine situation.
I honestly think that's really funny, though. That for Fury attack, they just say Fury. That's really funny.
God,
Like, it's like stupid, but it's funny.
Yeah.
It's a expectation subversion
Exactly.
form of comedy.
Yeah.
Anyway, we go to the results of the bug catching contest. Ash has won the bug catching contest. He gets the Sunstone, and he gets to keep
With
the
his
Beedrill.
Yeah.
Now,
Does he ever use the Sunstone in the future?
I don't think so.
I mean, now that you've explained how the tournaments work, I guess it makes sense that you could win with a Beedrill. I did because I didn't remember the contest very well, so I thought this was kind of lame. I'm like, really, a Beedrill win?
Yeah. Well, in Gen 2, all that's in the park is the Caterpie line, the Weedle line,
Paris, Venonat, Scyther, and Pinsir.
Paris, Venonat, Scyther, and Pinsir. Yeah, like the only
So
two,
There's a
the only
Scyther
cool
and
bugs.
Pinsers are the cool ones. Yeah.
Yeah, the only cool bugs
Yeah.
are Scyther and Pinsir in there. No, I don't believe he ever uses. I don't think he gets any Pokemon that would evolve with the Sunstone.
It probably never comes up again.
No.
Oh,
Probably
Scyther and
not.
Pinsir are the bug catching contests in the game. That's the only place you can get them.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
You can only catch them during the bug catching contest.
Yep.
And then one family of bug type. So in Silver, that's the only place you could get the Caterpie line, and in Gold, that's the only place you get the Weedle line.
Yep. Yeah, the encounter tables are different for the bug catching contest specifically, which is interesting.
Cool.
'Cause that's where you get Sunkern normally.
Speaking
well.
of encounter tables, I know Graham, you just finished up a Pokemon Black round, and I'm playing Pokemon White. Are the encounter rates turned up in those ones?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my
Encounter
God,
rates are
it's
pretty bad in
crazy
Black and White.
high.
They're insanely high.
Yeah.
It's like every 2 steps I'm
Yeah, they're
hitting
very
something.
rough.
It's so annoying.
I believe Black and White 2 fixes that. But yeah, Black
Okay.
and White 1 are really, really bad in that regard.
I wonder why they couldn't just use the old
I don't know.
formulas. Because like Platinum, Pearl, and Diamond aren't like that, are they?
No. Black and White, I think, is kind of an outlier in that way. It's very weird.
Maybe it's just a bug.
Ha ha ha
Weird.
ha ha, bug.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so he gets to keep this Beedrill, and Bulbapedia points out that he gets the Beedrill in a Pokeball, and that's an error. I don't think that's an error. I think that's intentional. I think the fact that only the winner gets to keep their Pokemon, at least in the show, I think it's a matter of they take all of the Park Balls back, and they swap the winners from a Park Ball to a regular Pokeball, so they can keep the Park Ball.
I would think like the winner would
So-
get to keep the Park Ball as
You
like
would
a
think, but
that's your medal saying you won the bug catching contest. You
I
have
think-
a Park Ball.
I think they're just cheap.
Or the animators messed up.
I don't know.
It could be that because you were talking about how they hand out one park ball. It's like maybe they could like catch and release with it. I kind of think the
Mhm.
park balls might have different properties. I think
Yeah.
that's actually reasonable. That maybe they're like something that you swap in and out, swap around kind of
'Cause, like,
thing.
Because they specify the winner gets to keep their Pokemon. So I think they don't want to be swapping the Pokeballs around for everybody, and it's just a winner thing. So
Yeah, so then they transfer it to a real Pokeball.
exactly. Anyway, so yeah, Ash wins, gets the Beedrill, the Sunstone, and later they say goodbye to Casey. Ash gives Casey the Beedrill.
Because it's
Mhm.
yellow and she likes
Yep.
yellow stripes.
So can he just give it to her? I thought like
I
when he
guess.
traded the Butterfree,
I-
wasn't there like a machine?
Yeah, it's weird.
You're supposed to use a machine.
Who fucking
Yeah,
knows?
I don't understand how that works.
No, I don't think anybody does. Ever. It's inconsistent. Shocker. Pokemon being inconsistent. Crazy. But as a thanks, she'll treat them to her favorite Electabuzz fight song.
Of
Incredible.
course.
and the narrator's like, well, after Casey finishes serenading the group, they'll head off on the road to Ecruteak on their journey to Johto. God damn it, motherfucker!
They did it again.
I did it again. And then Casey pops up in the little like cartoon circle and it's like, don't forget to root for the Electabuzz, which I thought that was a cute ending. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the episode. Do you want a
Nice.
stat? Do you want a fun little statistic?
Yeah.
Stats are cool.
Yeah. So last time Casey showed up, listener Tristan counted all of the baseball puns and let us know what the count was. And he did it again this week. He
Oh
counted
boy.
in total 42 baseball puns, give or take a few. Casey had 32 of them.
She's got a problem.
She really does.
She does have a problem.
Meowth had 4, Ash had 2, Jesse had 1, James had 2, and then Team Rocket had 1 while they were blasting off.
we have 2 characters that need to go to therapy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we have,
yes.
I think we have more than 2.
Well, I mean, just in this episode only.
Sure.
Misty for her phobia and Casey for her. She's probably got OCD or something.
Problem, yeah. All right,
Oh, and
book
she's
it.
hurting others. Well, book
I am
it.
12.
It's this idea of a competition freak is what the tropes go from tvtropes.com. Extremely aggressive, too competitive to the point where it's hurting others. From a book in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, we've got Violet
Ooh.
Beauregard.
Yeah.
Gum chewing so seriously, achieving a record piece of gum. Took an
So
interest in the
gross.
golden ticket for the glory that she'd get. So she's way too obsessed and way too competitive in all of these different activities and leads her down a bit of a dark path.
Violet, you're turning
Violet.
Violet.
Bingo.
I
She's
I
swelling
looked up.
like a blueberry.
No, like a grape. I don't know.
No, it's like a blueberry because she eats.
Oh, is
It's
it?
blueberry pie is the gum flavor.
All right. Violet, you're turning violet, Violet. I looked up what withers means, or like the definition,
A
or the
wither-
etymology of it.
A wither is a boss enemy in Minecraft.
Withers is probably from obsolete English wither, which means against, or from Middle English, from Old English, from wither, which means from the withers being the parts which resist the pull in drawing a load. So if you think about that with horses, when you're attaching your load to horses, you want to know how high the shoulders are because that's where you attach the load versus the head.
Okay, but that's
not where you attach it.
That's just a different measurement, though. That's still not how tall a horse is.
No, but like when you're measuring horses, when you say this horse is so many hands tall, you're measuring it to the withers, not to the top of the head.
Kellan was going to draw a load last episode. We were talking about DJ Mary. Hey-o.
Hey-o.
High
Graham's been quiet for like 5 minutes trying to figure that one out, huh? He's like, how can I sneak that one in there?
I just don't care when you guys argue about semantics. That is so uninteresting to me. But Kellan blowing loads at cartoon characters, that's funny. That's funny. Come on.
I also went on followed a link here for fistulous withers. What do you think that is?
Sounds like a sex position.
Sounds like a fistula.
It is a fistula, a deep-seated chronic inflammation of the withers of a horse in which bloody fluid is discharged.
Bloody fluid is discharged. New band name.
Oh, dictionary entries near fistulous withers. Fist wedge.
That's a sex position.
God, you're fun at parties, Nolan.
I know, right?
He's that meme of the guy standing in the corner. They don't know what a fistula wither is.
Therefore, I do not want to be friends with them.
All right, let's rate this thing.
Fisty.
Yeah,
That's
4
another
point
one.
time.
Okay, it's enough of fistulas and withers.
Fistic.
First category will be the power of friendship. Aw.
Ooh, interesting
That's pretty good, actually,
one.
I think. Because like Misty teaches Casey about the power of
There's definitely a
her
power
friendship
with
with
lesson
Chikorita.
here, yeah.
and then she evolves into
a
Bayleef.
lot of it is Casey being a shitty friend until she
Yeah.
Yeah.
figures it out.
And then she realizes she was a shitty friend, and to reward her for her realization, Chikorita evolves into Bayleef.
Yeah, that's
a
why
low
I'm
bar.
not sure if I like the power of friendship tropes in this one, to be honest.
But Ash
Fair enough.
also gives over the Beedrill, being a good friend.
Oh, no,
He
that's
doesn't
good.
need Beedrill.
Yeah.
He knows Casey would like it.
In an illegal trade that will
Mhm.
not be recognized by the
Yeah.
Pokemon League.
I believe it will, actually.
That Beedrill's flying back to Ash.
Who the fuck are you? When did I get traded? What's going on here? So that's I mean that's higher. I think it's higher than average. For
It's
sure.
okay. It's okay.
I'm
yeah.
cool with a 6.5.
I'm gonna go 7.5.
Kind of in that ballpark too. 5.9.
That is 6.6333333333333.
4.
No 3. It's not rounded up.
Oh, it's repeating?
yeah,
of
it's
course.
just repeating. And then second category will be
At what point do we beat the dead horse of repeating, of course?
Forever, we're millennials.
when
I
they
suppose.
stop measuring shit
We're
to
cringe.
the withers.
We're cringe, Nolan.
I guess so.
Second category is in pairing with the originality from last episode, it's the repetition.
Oh.
Well, it's a shitload of baseball
Yeah.
speak. That's
And it's
pretty
the second
repetitive.
time we've seen an episode like
Yeah,
this.
and the second time we've seen that. It's got to be high.
Okay, but also
Yeah.
like it's kind of original in that we don't get character of the days coming back.
That's new.
So,
That's new.
Team Rocket Hole.
So it's original that it's repetitive in a way that it isn't usually repetitive.
Yeah.
But that in itself is a
meta
repetition.
repetitive.
Yeah. You've introduced originality repetition paradox, Kellan.
Yes, I have. We get the
Now,
Electabuzz fight
The
song
score
twice.
is
That's
now
long.
devouring itself. I will give this episode
like
an
the
Ouroboros out of 10.
I was gonna give it a hypercube, but
A Mobius strip out of 10,
An
Kellan.
MC
Yeah.
Escher stairs
Right.
out of 10.
triangle optical illusion. I guess that's the stairs. Never mind.
Yeah, I beat
Do
you to it.
Do you still need a number?
Yes,
Does
I
that count?
don't know how to numerize a Mobius strip.
8.78 repeating because it's recursive.
I'm not going to do repeating. Let's do
that's
8.78.
Yeah, repetition high, actually.
Yeah.
I'll go 9.
9. I'll do, for repetition, I'll go 7.77.
There you go.
Nice.
So a nice
Love it.
smattering of
Would that be
scores.
would that be considered recursive?
I
or
don't
just
fucking
repeating?
know.
Well, recursive
Graham,
is...
you're the one with the masters.
Fuck you. Recursive is about how you define something. If you define it recursively,
I guess so.
not
That's
necessarily
true.
what something
It's
is. And
it's a
nail it.
circular logic
Yeah.
type of thing.
Anyway, for a 7.77, a 9, and an 8.78, that is 8.5166666667. And overall, with those two large decimal numbers, it does round out to a 7.575.
Oh, that worked out nicely.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And that's it for today. Crazy.
Cool.
All right, what do we do
What a good
next
day.
week? Kellan?
Next week, baby, we got 2 episodes. Crazy stuff. We're going to kick it off with episode 164, Typecasting, or in
Ooh.
Japanese, Where is Usoki? Exclamation mark, question mark, which is a very fun episode about what the hell is Sudowoodo.
That looks fun.
Is that his name in the Japanese, Usoki?
Yeah,
Yeah.
must be.
Yeah, it is. Followed by episode 165, Fossil Fools, or in ancient, or in Japanese, Ancient Pokemon Park! Exclamation mark. Ruins of Elf! Double exclamation mark.
or in ancient.
Or in ancient language.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Nolan. That has been
Thank you
this
for having me
episode
on.
of TKAD. It was a little bit crazier than usual. We've been all over the place.
Yeah.
So
Hope I didn't derail it too bad.
Oh, just a few
No,
times. Don't worry.
we weren't even in a train.
I didn't have the longest tangent this time, so that's cool. I'll take that as a win.
Oh, it's a win. TKAD's always winning. And our fans are the real winners, but we're the winners to have the fans who are winning. That's the
Aw.
recursion. So, okay,
You've won our hearts.
Yes, we're by winning. We have the blood of tigers.
I'm trying to do my wrap up here. So
Oh, sorry. I'm throwing it off the rails again.
YouTube.com/HydraLeech, where the video versions are. Leave comments, that sort of thing. Love the engagement. On audio-only platforms, we're on anywhere fine podcasts are downloaded. Please engage where you can. That really helps the channel. Kellan runs a TikTok, HydraLeeches, I believe, where he
Yep.
does anime error shenanigan TikToks. And then Twitch. We've also got a Twitch channel, HydraLeech, where he twitches stuff, balloons mostly. Intro and outro music is 80 Synthwave by Alexi Action. If you want to reach out with us, reach out to us in other ways. You can email us at 2killadelibird@gmail.com. And then we're also on Twitter. Handle is 2killadelibird. I think that's it.
Yep. I'm also on a drug called Charlie Sheen.
What?
It's not available. If you try it once, you will die.
Oh.
I was
Okay.
banging 7-gram rocks. That's how I roll. I don't know. Winning.
What the fuck are you saying right now?
Alan's an addict. See ya.
See ya.
I have one gear. Go. Epic winning.